The minute I touched hitting all 50 markets, the minute I hit number one, it was hard not to try to not have that same feeling. So it's like they say when a person does drugs or does crack, that first hit is always the best. So you always go out there, you chasing that. That's the same thing. Like when I hit
but
that,
it's a different time period.
When I was, it's a different time period.
Pre-social media, all that.
Pre-social media, all that. So I had to sell 1 million records. I had to go to 1 million places.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like it wasn't as easy as like I used to record on DAT. Like I'm like people look at me like I'm prehistoric. You know what I'm saying?
I'm doing analog days.
I heard you say you're 42.
Analog
I'm 44. You know what I'm saying? But people,
so I know.
But the fact is, I came out in the 90s, so people think that I'm prehistoric because they just think everything in the 90s is, you know what I mean? But I did get used to that major label look and that, you know, being able to go to every morning show throughout the whole country, being able to go, and then when you get to independent, you don't get that same look. You know what I'm saying? You have to work very, very harder to get the little results that you actually get when you get them.
When you're with a record label that believes in you and wants to actually do the work.
That's also true.
Which should be the combination of both. Being independent to the point where the major is just your distribution.
Yes.
It's the right deal for
That's
you.
always,
and then they take you to that next level, that machine.
Yes. Right. That's always our compromise when we argue about that. That's all where we see eye to eye is stay independent but get that major label distribution. You know what I'm saying? So
that's
when you
not
can
a bad plan.
Because man, I ain't gonna lie, it'd be hard to go back to the non-suites.
What's the
I don't want to stay at the Economy Lounge. Well, I don't want to stay there.
I can only
Four Seasons.
maybe
you like the Four Seasons.
I love the Four Seasons.
You don't
at the Four. Never mind. No, I'm kidding. No,
you don't.
I've never been.
Hold on,
I've never been independent. Oh,
okay, yeah.
Don't
go independent, Neyo.
For him fucking
Listen, we taking a shot for you not going independent. Keep that big check money, man.
I don't know if I can take
Yeah, keep that big check money. You want? Let's go. Japanese Deleon is fighting back. Yes, sir. Yeah. Stay major. Stay major.
No. And I'm. So I've never been an independent artist.
Yeah.
So I don't completely know the struggle of an independent artist, other than you basically have to do everything yourself, right?
Right. Yeah.
I understand what that is. I get that. You know, shout out to my Motown team. They do me absolutely fucking right over there.
Right. Spend that Motown money, baby.
Definitely. But
when you start spending your own money, that shit's different.
There
But
are.
you also got to give up ownership. Let's keep that in mind as well.
To be on a major label, you do have to give up some ownership.
I don't mind.
I mean, so.
Well, you know what? So I watched something the other day, and I think it was older. I'm not sure, but it was what's the boy?
I saw
Fiasco. You saw that shit,
and that made sense. What he
and
said
it made sense. He was like, he just wanted to buy his masters back. He wanted to get his masters back.
Okay.
And they was giving him a hard time about getting the masters back.
He said, "What is he gonna do with the masters?"
Yeah, It's like, what you gonna do? Put the shits on your dresser? Like, what you gonna do with the shits?
Yeah, if you don't know what to do with it, it's worthless.
It's worthless.
Right.
It's worthless. So I get that. I think the independent route just is attractive to me because it's like your own agenda. You know what I'm saying? You're definitely on a record label's agenda. You're on their timeline. You got to do shit when they need you to do it, when they want you to do it. Whereas as an independent, you could just do your own thing. Like, I would love to do a song Monday and drop the shit Tuesday because I felt like it. I would love to do that. Like, that's the kind of freedom that I feel like you work this hard for this long to get that kind of freedom.
It's like the saying, not all money is good money.
Oh, true.
So you might make some less money as an independent, but that freedom is just as valuable.
Freedom of ownership,
would you make less money as an independent?
I mean, I'm saying if that was the case, that freedom might be just as valuable for someone that made a little bit more.
Because there's always the exception. Like when you look at the Rockefellers, where they own their masters. You look at the Master P's. You look at the Cash Moneys. There's always that exception to that rule. You know what I mean? With people like that, like those. But
I mean, they are definitely exceptions to the rule. They're the rare occasions where the independent thing work, like not only work but fucking flourish. Yeah,
completely.
I don't know, man.
I bet you Lil Wayne, I bet you Turk, all of them never felt like they was on an independent label because they had major distribution.
Because
they had Universal.
Those independent labels was fucking conglomerates within themselves.
Right.
It's like
Exactly.
They were like indie majors, major
because
indies.
it's independently owned. Like it's y'all. Nah, nigga, y'all are a major label. Cut it out.